Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Real Estate. This is Tristan. This episode's brought to you by my book, Real Estate Prospecting. Pick it up, Audible, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles. I did an episode yesterday. Had a great response on it, and I'm trying to find it on my screen here. It is the episode on the process. So it's a single document I have, and a lot of you asked for it. So I sent it out on Instagram. If you need it, I will send it out to you if you missed yesterday's episode. I need you to really go through this. This whole episode is going to be on the process, but on what's in the document and how to use it really quick. Yesterday's episode, I gave a literal example of how to fill it out. Today, I'm going to give you a step-by-step on what's there and why each of those pieces are there. So you will need the document. Message me on Instagram. I will send this over. By the way, the account that I have on Instagram is the one with the little blue check mark. The other ones are all fake. So don't message the wrong person because they'll try to sell you Bitcoin or something. Anyway, this single document at the top is called The Process. It says consistency through clarity. I created it for me years ago. And it has some little check boxes at the top. It says, is this physical process? Is this intellectual, spiritual, business, parental, social, financial, emotional, marital, partnership? What is this for? And so you could check off whatever box you want there. Underneath that, it says, what's your one priority? What's this one priority we're going to go over? Or in other words, a goal. Let's get it specific, timely, and actionable. The idea here is we want to be as clear as possible so that we know what this one thing is. The challenge here is that sometimes we have 2 or 3 priorities in this one section. We can't do that. It has to be one, right? And yesterday's example was, hey, I want to make $200,000 by the end of December 31st, 2025, right? But it could be like, hey, I want to be a better dad to my 2 children. It could be that too. Then underneath that, it says why. Why is this important? Key motivators. Believe it or not, I think this one is the most important one to fill out because we often fall to the side and be like, oh, you know what? I'll just shift goals or I'll do a different priority. Or sometimes you just forget about it. It has to be such a big reason. Why? Why are you doing this? Why is it so important? Why is this? Did you want to do this in the first place? Right? And the deeper you go with this, the better it's going to be because this is going to get hard. Your one priority, your one goal here, it's not easy to show up every day, right? This is why I say the process, consistency through clarity. This part right here gives you a lot of clarity. Why are you doing this? Why is this important? Why do you need to show up? What happens if you don't do this, right? Who do you become if you don't do it? Who do you become if you do it? Spend a lot of time on this one. Next is problem. What problem are you solving from this? Like what happens if you do this and you do it well and you do it at a high level? What happens then? You can go further with that. But next is 3 strategies. What are the steps that'll support this one goal? What are the 3 strategies you're going to immediately put into place to accomplish this one goal, right? What is this one thing? If we're going the parent route and I want to be a better dad to my kids, well, number 1, I probably would say, let's spend more time with them in the evening or afternoon, whenever I have time and they have time. And let's just put 5 p.m. sit down. That's one, right? I'm just making stuff up here. Next one's going to be, I want to really be more involved with them, maybe in sports and play with them in sports because mine are older. Let's say I wanted to do that. It'll be on a weekend. Let's say Saturday and Sunday, or maybe just one day a week. That's 52 times a year, right? Let's say it'll be Saturday at 10 a.m. and we're going to play whatever sport it is. Boom, done. And then the 3rd strategy, let's say I also not only want to spend some quality time with them, right, where I'm sitting down with them, not only playing a sport with them, but maybe I also want to ask them for advice to make them feel like they're valuable as well, in my life, and I value their opinion. So maybe once a week, I'm going to sit down with them and ask them for advice on some things in my world. And then right after those 3 strategies, underneath that, 3 actions. What are the 3 actions? And this section are the 3 actions that you're going to take on each one of those strategies. The idea behind this is that actions support the strategy. These actions are going to go then in your calendar. So if I'm going 3 actions, and let's say that 5 p.m. daily meeting with my kids, what do those look like, right? And well, how do I make those happen? Number 1, I'm going to put it on a calendar. Number 2, I'm going to set a reminder for myself. And number 3, I'm going to explain to them why this is important. What commitment are we taking here and why we should do this? And then once those are done, I cross them off and I add another action under the strategy. These are ever evolving, right? This is why I call it the process, because the process will never end. It'll only evolve, right? And I do the same thing, 3 actions on the next strategy, 3 actions on the next strategy. Then at the end, I have 2 pieces. I have rewards, how will you celebrate? And then consequences, is there one if you don't do this, right? And that sometimes ties into why, right? Why is this important? Key motivators. So that in essence is the process. I do this a lot for the most important priorities in my life. And I do this, I look at this probably once a month, and they're always changing. And I would say I probably only have 5 priorities that I fill this out for, or the process. But anyway, if you need it, let me know. I thought I needed to do one whole episode on this. Hope you enjoy it.